Welcome to That's Good for Footy.
That's good for footy. This is what you pray for. Every night and every day for you give it all, and you give more. That's good for footy. Good for footy.
Hey, good evening. Hello, everyone. Hey. Come on, give me a bit more than that. What do you got? Thank you. Pretend you're at a Carlton game at the MCG and you've just beat Collingwood. Oh, that's a bit better, all right. At least I know how to get your attention. Welcome along to the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. Welcome along to Carlton night. The two lads are out there and I was just having a chat with them out in the back room and they're very excited. You know, they haven't done, George hasn't done this before. Adam's been on a couple of times. So he's gone, mate, don't worry, I'll look after you. So let's get him out of here. What do you think? Yeah, all right. So I'd like to say welcome to That's Good for Footy. This is the only live and interactive footy panel show where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. So these shows are for the passionate supporters. This is Carlton Show, May the 21st, 2025. Please welcome to the show. He is our first panellist. He was born on the 29th of December in 1995. He's played a total of 189 games and he's kicked a total of 51 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2016 and when he plays for the Carlton Football Club, he wears the number 29 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, George Hewitt.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets you down. We're the only team on Carlton Road.
Very nice, thank you. It was very nice of you to all welcome him to the stage. George, when you walk out and you know you play for the Carlton Football Club and you do a night like this, does it still blow you away that people are like here and they want to hear you speak, they want to hear what you've got to say?
Yeah, a little bit. I've got a 5-year-old son, so he doesn't want to listen to anything I say. But nah, it's exciting. And thanks a lot for coming along. A lot of Carlton supporters here, which is exciting. So, just got to say thank you for coming along and listen to what we're saying. Yeah,
good. How's your football for you personally at the moment? How are you feeling?
It's been okay. I had a tough one on the weekend, team and probably individually, but to be honest with you, I've said a lot of times we've lost a bit, but probably only the Crows game and the Swans game we've just played poor. But I think every other game, people might say the Richmond game, but I think we just did some weird stuff.
Yeah.
But
that happens in football.
Yeah. But I feel like we're going all right. We really need to win this week, and then we head into the bye. Mm-hmm. And then there's teams like Brisbane last year. I think they were 3 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. Heading into the bye, they missed out on top 4, but ended up winning the flag. So Geelong were pretty similar in 2022. They were 6 and 5, had a positive ledger. But so who knows? Who knows,
exactly, and that's what football is. Well, mate, welcome to the show and nice to have you here. Let's get our second panellist out here. Please. Thank you. Our second panellist, he was born on the 7th of October in 1999. He's played a total of 139 games. He has kicked a total of 36 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2018. And when he plays for the Carlton Football Club, he wears the number 5 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Adam Shearer.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets you down. We're the only team. Well done.
It's I feel like I'm more like a librarian. I'm just saying, everyone, please contain yourself. This is Adam Shearer. Nice little, it's a nice little golf clap thing we've got going on. It's nice and warm and cosy in here, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's intimate setting.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, let's have some fun with you. All right, we want to do it in our first little segment. This is what I was talking to you about before we started the show. We're going to do it in our first segment, which is called It's All About Me.
That's good for footy.
So what I like to do here, boys, is let's find out a little bit more about you and your journey to get to where we are now, okay? I want to ask you a series of questions, and you just feel free just to elaborate. If there's a story that you think wants a little bit of mayonnaise on it, you feel free to just to go for it, all right? There's no such thing as not a good story here. As an elite footballer, what is something that you want to be recognised for? Is it a match winner, a leader, a consistent contributor, a reliable teammate, someone who always gives it all, one or all of the above? What would you say you are?
Yeah, I like all of them, but probably the one, especially at the Swans, and I've tried to do here, was the reliable teammate. I think just knowing what you're going to get. That was harped on a lot at Sydney, and we're working on that at Carlton, and I think that's probably the one that probably stuck with me as you read those terms out. Yeah.
What would you say, Adam?
I would say the reliable teammate banner sort of encapsulates all of those things. I love that to give your role, be a leader, stand up in big games. But that's what a reliable teammate does. So I know for us at Carlton, like we're not relying on boys to do something miraculous to win us the game. We rely on 22 guys playing their role.
Good.
Your Cottrell's running your forward patterns up and down. Like everything plays a part. That's what I love in a teammate.
Yeah,
so,
good.
Yeah.
Very nicely said. Outside of a grand final, what's more important, playing in marquee games or playing football with your mates?
Oh, I love both. I think my favourite memories are when playing my first football memories playing. I'm from a farm in South Australia, and I'm one of 4 boys. So it used to be my eldest brother and myself used to verse my second eldest brother William, my youngest brother Cam, and Dad. And Dad obviously was a lot bigger, so he could control like the momentum of the game. He actually cut out these old aluminium steel pipes, put them in the ground, so we had these goalposts up a hill about like that.
Nice.
So I had those memories for a long time. We did that for 5 or 6 years until my eldest brother went to boarding school. But then I had another awesome memory was school footy. I boarded in South Australia, in Adelaide. And they're probably still my closest mates, my boarding school mates. But I guess, and I've also been fortunate enough to play with Buddy Franklin and in a losing grand final. But nothing really beats Carlton, because when we play at Marvel, it's selling out at 45,000. And then most games at the MCG are about 85,000 if we're playing Collingwood. So it's been special.
Yeah, I like that. Beautiful. So outside of a grand final or playing with mates?
Oh, that was a pretty incredible answer from George.
Yeah, it was.
I think you guys just learnt more about him than I reckon most of the boys know. He doesn't normally give too much away.
Well, thank you, George.
But yeah, I'd probably say playing with your mates, like the grand finals and the big games, they come as a bonus. But I've played at a club where you travel to Marvel and you might have 100 fans. Like I was at Freo, so. At the end of the day, like we're playing footy to play with our mates, and then the bonus, like as George said, we're very lucky to go to games and have sellouts, and we're very grateful for that. Yeah,
beautiful, mate. Who impresses you the most down at the club with their work ethic, their professionalism, and their mindset? Who stands out for you down there?
Yeah, I think the Aussies ones about like Ches is very diligent. I'll give you some, I guess, newer players, but Cribber's very diligent in the way he prepares. While she probably trains at the highest intensity, doesn't he? And then there's blokes I actually think the most who puts in a lot of work into their craft is Lucas Camporelli, first year player, and also Cooper Lord, who's forever working on his game pretty intensely. So I've got high hopes for them. They're going to be good competition for us.
Rising star as well.
He was, Cooper, I feel like those two players will hold being at Carlton for a long time.
Gee, that's brilliant. Yeah, good. What about some insight from you, Adam?
I'll go a similar path there. You won't see him play this year, but Jagger Smith, obviously came in a high draft pick, had a really impressive pre-season, was very unlucky to get injured, but I think it almost gets annoying how many questions he asks, but I love the determination to keep getting better every day from an 18-year-old. You can see him watching games at the moment, and he's itching to be out there. He's working. He's in the gym 4 hours a day, I reckon. So I think he'll be a 19-year-old man playing footy next year. So plenty to be looking forward to.
a level of intensity you can actually witness. That's brilliant. I love that. You've just kicked a team lifting goal. You look up and you watch the replay on the big screen, and you happen to be caught in like a full body blown muscle flex. Is there
That's what George does.
Is there a moment when you're looking at that and go, that's not bad?
He did this against Geelong,
baby.
didn't he?
I try and show my partner Alice that, but she nah. But nah, not really. I got a few videos sent from my brothers of one of the goals I kicked, and coach Sammy Hamill put it up once or twice, but
Right.
no, that's about it. It's taken 12 years to get there.
That's really it's a good answer though, because a little bit of insight is your brothers. So when they see you and you're doing that sort of thing, and they're like, "Come on, George, what's going on, mate?" Is there a bit of byplay with that?
Definitely. And I was the brother who, if he got out in cricket, I'd storm off and cry until like Dad let me get back in. So my brother's always been pretty annoyed with the way I go about things, I think.
Excellent. Adam, anything to add?
Nah, nothing from me. No, I don't look at the big screen too often, but
Yeah.
everyone's always asking about what, come up with a celebration, or
Yeah.
I think Sam Walsh has started that. He's always doing a celebration, so
Okay.
there's always a bit of pressure when you kick a goal of what you're actually going to do.
Yeah, right.
I normally just chuck a fist up. Get pretty safe.
Very nice. In fact, that was what I was going to allude to then, is what sort of a goal celebrator are you?
I haven't kicked too many, so mine just...
Excuse me,
Pretty-
was it 51 or something?
Yeah, they're pretty just out of the ordinary, I think. Yeah, just... When I kick one, I'm just surprised I kick one, I think.
Yeah, right,
It's like,
okay.
yeah, a bit of shock.
Yeah,
He's been modest there. I think he shows his guns.
Yeah.
He's his big tents. I think we'll see a photo of it later.
okay. Yes, you
Yeah,
will.
I've got nothing for
Yeah,
celebrations.
all right, I'm with you, mate. Let's do this. What is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back? That happen? You experience that?
Normally, it's got the Mars sponsorship, so I know it's for
no.
Chris Judd. So, I normally try and ask if it's me, but as a joke, but I know it's not me. But I still sign it anyway.
Yeah, good. Just scribble him out right over the top of it. Yeah, good. George?
I actually don't know if I've met one, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Little Henry.
Yeah, my son's got
Oh,
one.
there you go.
Little Henry.
Nice. Have you signed that?
Oh, he's got a few badges. I think he sold out our badges for me. It was about 5 foot. Nah,
Yeah,
he's
right.
got them all passed on his
Good, mate.
Guernsey.
Very nice. Which club did you dislike the most when you were growing up?
Oh, I was a mad Port Adelaide fan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can still remember where I was when they won the premiership. Yep, I know how I got converted into a Port Adelaide fan. It was through my uncles. So I'd have to just say maybe the Crows, because
Yeah.
I was obsessed with
Just for
Port.
that? Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I was a Richmond fan growing up, so
Okay.
I'm going to say Essendon and Collingwood. Carlton probably weren't too far behind, but for the sake of tonight and who I
nice.
am now, I'm going to say Collingwood and Essendon.
Yeah, good. All right. Safer as well. What is the AFL club that you now like to beat the most? You're an AFL footballer. Who do you like to beat more than anybody? I know what their answer is. I want to know what yours
Probably
is.
personally, mine's Swans, but I've only done it twice since I've been
yeah.
here. But yeah, they've been good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'd say Collingwood or Freo in Perth.
Yep.
Got a
Nice.
fair few boos the first time we went there, so it was nice to go back and get a win.
All right. This might be a question more suited to a coach. You hear things like one soldier goes down and another one steps up. We know how hard it is to process it. We know how much the process is to win a premiership. But what do you think plays the most pivotal role in achieving that success? Injury-free personnel or the understanding of the game plan?
Definitely a mixture of both, but I think it's also just hard work during pre-season and training to have confidence to know you can get the job done. I think. I haven't won one, so I can't say definitely, but that's my belief.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'd say a mixture of both. I think the consistency of them both.
Consistency of them both, that's
I think
good.
at the moment in the competition, you're seeing how tight
Yep.
it is.
Yep.
Like look at Brisbane for the last 2 weeks, for example. Like
Yeah.
no game's an easy game, and I think whether it's you having a quiet 2 weeks, that could cost you in the end. Could cost you top 4.
Yeah.
If you have a quiet quarter or a half, could cost you the game.
Yeah.
Like
I hear you.
the competition is just so tough at the moment that consistency and injuries. So your body the game plan and then execution is just everything.
All of that, yeah. Well said, mate. The definition of an AFL footballer, I like to ask this question because I think there's a bit of relevance to it now. It's consistently changing and it's an evolving. You are now more of a professional athlete. You have always had to be skilled, fit and tough, both mentally and physically. But the game is moving so fast now, especially with transition football, so much so that the endurance and stamina are the new KPIs. How accurate is this assessment and how much of your training is dedicated to this?
It's definitely gotten faster.
Yep.
I reckon the distances are probably similar, but it's more high speed and sprint in terms if you want to talk about the data and the analytics of it all. I think, well, I didn't play in the 90s and that, but I still think bodies hit pretty hard. So I still think the contests, you need to prepare your body to learn how to take contests and protect yourself. What else you reckon?
I'm thinking back to the 90s and when we talked to Sticks Kernahan, they would go for beers after training and everything. So I think the physicality is the same. It's probably, as George said, the speed, the endurance side has definitely gone down the level because I reckon if we were having beers midweek, I mean, they were very successful, but I don't think it would work for us now. So, yeah, I'd say the speed of the game is probably what's gone through the roof.
Yeah, nice. Okay, yeah, good. Tell me, boys, do you manifest things? Do you write down your goals of what you want to achieve? Are you that kind of person?
Yeah, I'm a bit. I never used to be. I'm a big book reader, so I've learned things from books, but I think I've only done that ever since I've had Henry, my son.
Okay. Is this like self-development?
I think so. And just having him, probably made me realise I need to stop watching so much TV and doing nothing time rather than and try and learn some things.
Nice.
And that sort of led me in that direction. And also just listening to podcasts and hear the great ones do write things down and manifest. Sort of encouraged me to do a bit of that, I guess.
Yeah, nice. Do you manifest stuff? Do you write it down?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have a goal board?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
Both stuff from the start of the year that I write down and then stuff weekly that I write down. I mean, I sit next to George in the meeting. And we both write a lot of notes, so I guess George is probably doing the same thing.
Yeah,
it's something that we're sort of taught over time, I reckon.
Yeah, right.
The mental side of the game is so big now.
Yep.
Every club's investing in it, and if you're not, you're probably losing an edge against others. So, I love doing it.
I see there's a few young fellas here. I reckon if I could tell you one thing, I reckon if you've got like a journal, I know no one likes to write their true feelings in a book or a journal, but I reckon do it and write your big goals down because, if you write it in paper, it means you've like put it physically onto something and then you can try and live by that.
Brilliant.
And if you don't quite get there, at least you had to crack trying, I guess.
Well said, George. I love that. Yeah, very good indeed. Tell me this, the younger you is having a chat with the older you. How proud would the younger you be with what you've achieved thus far?
You go first.
The younger me was wearing a Richmond jersey, so he might be flat.
He'd be stoked then.
I guess he would be. I mean, when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was get drafted, and that's when you think that's the end goal in a sense, and then once you do get drafted,
that's when the real work begins.
That's when then real work starts. So, I'd say. I sometimes reflect back and think with my own career, like what would I be thinking as a kid? Like I want to do him proud almost. So
love that.
I'd hope he'd be proud, but I understand I'm not finished yet. We're not finished yet at Carlton. We've got goals we want to achieve, and we're not just satisfied with playing AFL footy in that sense. Yeah.
How nice is that? As you said, you've got a 5-year-old now. Is that correct? Yeah. So we're going back to a younger you, and you're talking to the older you now. What do you reckon the reflection there is?
It's just crazy. Like this year, he's been like absolutely obsessed with footy, and like it's almost like he's living out what I lived out. And I'm like, so I'm trying to force him into anything, but like tonight I picked him up from childcare, and he's like, he don't even ask me. He just thinks we're going to the Oval after school every night, and I'm like, mate, I can't get there. We can't do it tonight. And he just like flipped out. Ches. I had I had a Port Adelaide Guernsey that I saved up all my job money to go buy at Rebel Sport, And then I got my mum to write the number 16 for BrokerrocheR in it.
Yeah.
So all I did as a kid was just imagine being treaders,
Oh, wow.
big centre forward, but didn't turn out to be a centre forward. But I think my younger self would be pretty happy.
That's great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I love it. Well done, mate. As fans, we watch the pre-game rituals and the warm-up routines in the locker room prior to the game. There is always a lot of handshakes, a bit of bum and back slaps, encouraging embraces. How does all that make you feel personally?
I think I just do it because everyone else does it. What do you reckon? Like, seems like it's good team camaraderie.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a good way to I guess, lock in and look your mate in the eye, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I guess you just start your first game and everyone's doing it, and you sort of follow. But something we do is, which actually is off camera, like as a playing group, we go into the locker room about 2 minutes before we run out.
Okay.
Just us. It's actually, we put on our jerseys together.
Okay.
Either the Cripper or Walshy, or sometimes we get like a Fogarty or Cottrell, like someone will run, whether, set the scene for the game for us,
Okay.
focuses,
Yeah.
or it might be the group's feeling tense, so Cots might come in with a joke, like just to get the boys laughing a little bit.
Yeah.
It changes week to week based on what we need, but that's one of my favourite parts of the week when you put on the jersey together. It's just the players, and unfortunately not many other people get to see that, but that's probably one of my favourite parts.
I love that, and thanks for sharing it, because all of you in the room have just been taken there on your little imaginary journey. That is a great little story to tell, and I love it. You'll know that they do that when they come out and play. Thursday, Friday and Saturday night football, primetime viewing categories. You want to play your best, but you also want to look your best. Who or how many individuals down at the club go that little bit extra, maybe with a new haircut, a new headband, or even with a tattoo? What's the rules when it comes to deodorant, aftershave and cologne?
Yeah, I was sus on Cooper Lord earlier in the year when he's always got a tan, I've noticed. And I reckon on his days off he's going maybe a solarium or just lying in the sun somewhere, but he always the mullet looks sharp.
Yep.
He's very chiselled. But he's always got a tan, which I'm interested to see over the next couple of months, whether that maintains or not.
watching
Because I'll be
you.
asking questions.
Yeah, right. That's good. Anybody that maybe grabs your attention, George?
Who am I thinking? I'm
Maybe goes a
thinking.
little bit.
That's a weird one. Matt Cottrell always seems to have like a game day haircut, eh? Like it's never usually the same one.
Normally a home job from him.
We've got some roosters in the team, don't we? Big Charles, Tom DeConning. I don't think I think they do the look of not trying too hard to look good. So
Oh, the nonchalant look. Yeah, I get
but,
that. Yeah. Oh, I don't care. I'm fine with it.
yeah, I think. And I shaved my head at the start of the year. I'm going to try and just leave it to the end of the year and see how that goes. But if it gets too annoying, I'll shave it back off again.
Yeah, right. Tell me this. There are a few perks of being an AFL footballer. What's your most favourite?
Free car parks to Marvel and the MCG. It's seriously, when you're not playing, it's a hassle.
That's gold.
Who do you
I like
reckon?
that.
What do you mean when you're not playing? Do you go and...
Well, if you're injured and then you don't get a car to
I
park.
thought you go on other games.
I have done that.
You have done that?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
He's finding out heaps about you tonight, George. I like this.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something a bit that I haven't really acknowledged before. That's a hard one.
Buffets at the hotel.
Buffets at the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Actually, the entire travel
Oh, that's nice.
trip, we're very lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, I always feel bad for the airline staff. We're always standing up and down, stretching in the airplanes, and sorry about that. We're always getting in people's way, but everyone's super accommodating. Then we get hotels. We don't share rooms anymore. People used to think we shared rooms.
How cool is that?
You get all your meals. So
Yeah, nice.
they try and make it as close to as if you're home.
Yep.
To not impact your footy, but a lot of people do a lot of work behind the scenes when we do travel and go away, so I'd probably say that.
I like it. Yeah, very nice. There are so many options out there to get your footy fix. So much on the landscape. It is saturated with content at the moment. How do you decide what you take in, what you read, or what you listen to? Is there a process that you go through?
I don't have any social media, and we don't have any TV. We just we have a TV, don't have channels.
Yeah.
We have Netflix and Amazon Prime, and we spend enough time watching shows in there.
Yep.
But
You're a streaming guy. Yep.
probably the only news I'd get my football would be I purposely don't read the paper,
Yep.
so it'd be the AFL website and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Adam?
George is off the grid. It sounds completely. If you need to reach him, it'd be hard. Yeah, I'm very similar. I think I used to read a lot.
Yeah.
Just it was the footy fan in me.
Yeah.
Growing up, I always did it. So I reckon over the years, I've read and listened to less and less.
Okay.
And I probably listen more to my coaches, my teammates,
Yeah.
my family,
Yeah.
rather than all the external noise.
Good.
So
Good.
I think that's important. There's a lot of, obviously, a lot of people that say great things and trying to help you, but then there's a lot of, I don't know, could be Collingwood fans out there that also have a lot to say. So sometimes it's hard to decipher through it, but I think just listening to those that are close to me has been really helpful.
It leads me into this question. Doing what you love often requires belief of others. The question then becomes, how much confidence does it give you knowing that others provide you with the ability to perform at your best?
I think that's why you do a pre-season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, like to see who's working hard, how they can endure in pain and keep backing up. Are they hungry to improve their skills and the team's game plan and development? I think that's literally why you do a pre-season, and because it's like the best feeling ever when you finish a hard training session. But I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just maybe remember we went to Mooloolaba for pre-season camp last couple of years.
Right.
I don't know if many people have been to Mooloolaba around Christmas time, but it's a lot of rain, humid as anything.
Yeah.
I remember our first day we landed and we had a training session. The water was like 2 foot deep in water.
Oh, jeez.
We'll end up just getting some sort of session out. Like the quality was nowhere, but in terms of the physical load and how hard it was, you come out of those sessions not just, I probably didn't get better at our skills or anything today, but knowing that we get through these hard sessions, it gives you so much confidence in yourself, your teammates. And when it comes to the hard quarters or hard parts of the year, you sort of dig into those memories and
Go for that.
go for that.
Yeah, good, mate. A little bit of theatre of the mind for you two, okay? You're walking up the race. You're about to come onto the ground. What are you saying to each other as you're walking up the race?
I'm as simple as anything. I'm from a farm, so I'm saying if whoever's next to me, I'm like, let's go, mate. That's the idea.
Picture, give me an indication as to who's the noisiest, who's saying what is there as you're going up. Who's yelling out what? Who's like, ooh.
Sheriff or Charlie, I'd say. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Charlie always says something almost you don't expect, or like puts you off. Like,
Okay.
so like I could be walking back to the centre square bounce, and he'll be like, "You having fun, Chez?" Like what? Like, so yeah, you always sort of like you don't know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah,
And then
right.
sometimes he comes in with some really good stuff and brings the group together, really serious, and you're still
How's
like,
that?
is he joking? Is he going to crack? Or like,
Where's this going?
but that's just Charles. Like he brings that
Yeah,
energy
right.
and that fun to the game, and I think he sees I'm quite serious, so he tries to bring me back his way a bit.
I had Mark Pittet on the show a few years ago, and I found him to be absolutely amazing to talk to. What's he like? He was obviously back in last week. What's he like coming up the race? Is he more subdued, or what's going on there?
I reckon Pito's very locked into what he's going to do, isn't he?
Focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could
He's
have
a great
imagined.
man, though, Pito.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are, he could talk to you for hours, couldn't he? Big fella.
Yeah.
He's a ripping bloke.
Yeah, I found that too. I thought it was great. How much has the phrase, "Hey mate, you made a mistake, get on with it," assisted you in your life away from football?
You want to go first?
I can try.
I find it an interesting one, and I'll explain the method behind the actual question is that you're out on the field, you've got to very quickly get over a mistake. Get over it, mate. We've got to get on with it, you know. And how much has that assisted you in your daily life? You know, like you stub your toe, come on, get on with it.
Yeah.
That's just a stupid example, but I'm just saying like that. How often do you refer to it?
I think football gives you a great amount of resilience. It's probably the main one. And I reckon the biggest cleansing you can have after a loss, like so you've probably made a few mistakes, is the team review. So you all get together, you have your say, or like the coaches have their say, this is what they're saying, you know, you have to copy a whack, and then it's almost like a cleansing ritual, and then that's on the Monday, so then Tuesday you can attack your week, accept what went wrong and just attack your week from there and try to rectify it.
Yeah, right. Nice insight. Yep.
Yeah, I'd say for in terms of outside life, well, George is the same. We're both at university studying, so you know, sometimes getting a result back that you're not too happy with, or you can relate back to that. Even during going through school while trying to get drafted, you probably had some good terms and some bad terms, but I guess the lessons we learn in footy aren't just footy specific. I reckon like you're probably learning very similar lessons in work, in everyday life. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like, it is a job still. You have good days, you have bad days. So,
absolutely. Yeah, good. We see shots of the coach up in the box. In your opinion, and that's all I'm asking here, what do you think frustrates him the most when we see him going off?
I reckon the big one for every coach, and it definitely would be for me as a coach, would be skill errors. Still my...
Okay.
But it could be effort. But probably it's from a personal thing. It's probably skill errors. What do you reckon, Chaz? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I think the initial reaction is probably more that stuff, but you'll never get feedback on stuffing up a kick. It'll be more your decision, not doing your job.
Yeah, right.
Because I understand, like, mistakes are going to happen. You're going to miss a handball. You're going to miss a kick. It's just part of the game. No one's perfect, but the controllables, like doing your role, being in the right position. Those things don't take talent. That's more
good point.
Discipline to your job and being a good teammate. So, say if I was a coach, that's what would frustrate me.
I get it. I'm not sure how familiar you might be with this term, but lead singers, think they're the rock gods, right? So I just wanted to know how similar are lead singers and full forwards. Who's got the bigger ego in your opinion?
I reckon we missed that era of the 1990s. I've had old videotapes of Tony Modra, and then there was Biff Bumps and Brawls with Tony Lockett.
Wayne Carey.
I reckon the 90s is when the rock stars of footy really started to happen. Do you reckon you're going to put it on the map?
Yeah, absolutely. But I also think that there's quite a few lead singer rock stars out there in the league at the moment. I'm just wondering whether you think, who thinks they're more important, the lead singer of the band or the full forward of the...
You talking about Charlie?
Not necessarily in that instance, but no.
I had a guy he was one of the best teammates in terms of just wanting to win was Buddy Franklin, but obviously people gravitated to him so much. But
so that's a good point. Yeah.
He was very quiet off field. Like I didn't know him very much off field, but like he just had like an aura about him. Yeah. And like when I came to Carlton, my teammates used to say like they couldn't believe they got to share the field with Bud. So it's like he was probably rock star status. Yeah. Probably the closest one I've ever been fortunate enough to play with, I guess.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, all right. I like that. Let's move on to this. There are some players that can just tear a game apart. In your opinion, out of anyone in the AFL, who is that?
That's a great question.
Just one person?
You could. It's your answer. If you think there's a couple that just spring to mind, but they're the guys who can just tear a game apart.
I think from personal experience, obviously Cripper. We've seen how dominant he can be. On his day, he's probably one of the hardest players I've had to play against. Wow. To be honest, I don't know if you're the same, but I'm lucky enough to get to do it every day now in training.
How good's that?
So I'd probably say, from a teammate perspective, either Cripper or Nat Fife.
Okay.
Back in 2018
Brownlow
when he was
medalist,
healthy. So Brownlow medalists. Just both had the ability to compete and the passion, but also like the physical attributes to really dominate.
I hear you, mate.
And be assertive on the field.
Yeah, well said. George, who do you reckon, mate?
I think I would go probably the two favourite players I love watching are Chad Warner when he's on.
Oh yeah.
And the Bond.
The Bond,
because he's just he's poetry in motion a bit.
Yeah. I would have probably thrown in Toby Green there as well, but I know exactly where you're going. I like that. Who's the most courageous player that you've ever seen? And I don't mean played with, but just ever seen.
I remember watching on TV, this would be an early one, then I'll give one that I played against. I'll go Bo Waters
Oh, yeah.
from West Coast.
West Coast, yeah.
Yep. And then this day and age, I'm going to go Zach Butters, I reckon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got those mental wires.
Yeah.
That's a good call. I like
I can't
that.
really beat Zach Butters. Is very courageous. Joel Selwood, watching him play, head over the footy.
Yeah.
Put a bandage on around his head before the game. I reckon sometimes just.
Just throw some
special
tomato
stuff,
sauce on
yeah.
it, it's done.
Yeah.
I hear
Brilliant,
you. Boys, I don't want to blow this out of proportion, but when you're walking towards the boundary line and you're about to hand over a footy, are you aware of how much of an impact you are about to make on some kid's life?
Definitely. Because I could put myself in like that position when I was a kid. So, yeah, so, I don't know. Sometimes you just like lock eyes with someone, don't you reckon? And then
I
you're just
love
like,
that.
oh, that's the one I'm going to give it to.
It's almost once the siren goes, the most stressful part for the
Choosing.
trying to pick someone. Yeah, you're walking in from about 50 metres away. There's that many people screaming.
What are you looking for, mate?
You sort of lock eyes with someone,
Yeah,
like
okay.
a young kid.
Yep.
And it's funny, you understand the impact because you're almost jealous because you're like, well, when I was a kid, I never got a ball. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to get a ball, I never got one. So,
That's brilliant.
but yeah, it almost is like it's hard, but
Yeah.
you lock eyes and
Yep.
we can't change your mind once you make a decision.
What's that? Yeah, I love that. Well done. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I just wanted to check this. You're in the corridor and there's a switch play. The ball comes in board. You haven't had a chance to see what's around you, but the crowd lets out a collective, "Oh!" Are you thinking, waiting for a hit or an interception to happen? Either way, you're just thinking, I just got to stand my ground. What are you thinking?
We're pretty clever as mids. We sort of pretty self-aware, so if we know someone's probably coming, we'll make out we're going for a crumb or something, so we don't get hit.
Yeah, nice. All right.
Normally you have voice around you, like
Okay.
as loud as the crowd gets. If you're in a spot you're about
Really?
where you're all right, you'll have, there might be weeders yelling, like, gotta go, gotta go.
Yeah, wow.
Well, sometimes the gotta go means you're about to get smacked. So you just sort of get ready for it. But sometimes it might be clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ones, I think I called Ollie Hollins into one, I think round one against Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
I just said, you got to go. And I could see the guy coming. He copped it, but we get around him for that. Like we
Yeah.
showed that clip multiple times through
Yeah.
the week. It's his part. It's part of the job. It's part
Yeah.
of, you put your body on the line for the team.
That's it.
It's just part
Beautifully said, beautifully said. All right, momentum, fortune and energy are all powerful external attributes. So how cool is it when all three are working in your favour?
I think the last 3 years, momentum has been the biggest part of the game, hasn't it?
Yep.
Like you've seen teams be up by 40 points at three-quarter time or third quarter, and he gets chased down, and the other team wins. And I think that's to do with the stand rule and probably the 6-6-6, which gives the two teams to really go at it, which I think has been huge for footy.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
I agree. Absolutely. You just have
Yeah. The only other thing I would say was like the training done around managing momentum.
Yeah.
Like it was something, sort of an unspoken thing, momentum. It was just like, oh yeah, they got momentum. It was almost
Exactly.
an excuse where now we do so much work on trying to build momentum, like get a run, and then also trying to stem opposition momentum. We have different game modes we go into, and we're not out there just hoping,
Yeah.
I hope this run they're on finishes. Like
Yeah.
we have things in place that doesn't always work, but we're trying to constantly, during the week on the track,
Yep.
sort of get better at. Because so many games are won and lost
How's that?
on momentum.
Yeah. So I follow it up with this question. In your mind, perceived pressure, scoreboard pressure, and crowd impact, which plays a more pivotal role in your mind?
Crowd impact.
Crowd
for
impact.
Me.
Okay.
Easy, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if you're different.
Mine would be scoreboard, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scoreboard pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're like thinking crowd. Does that change or differ if you're? Because I should have maybe prefaced this. If you're playing at the MCG and you're playing against, I don't know, would be another club, Collingwood, right? Or if you're in Adelaide and you're playing against Port or Adelaide at Adelaide Oval, does that change your answer? If you're
No, not really. I mean,
No,
we're very
okay.
lucky.
Good.
Carlton, like we go to Adelaide, and we have still a fair chunk of the crowd is Carlton.
Yeah,
But,
great.
we beat noise no matter where we go.
Yep.
Well, you guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really helps, like especially when we travel away.
Yeah.
I mentioned before, like when I was at Fremantle, coming to Marvel, you have 100 Freo fans, and
Yeah.
it feels like you're on an island.
Yeah.
It makes things a lot tougher. So, for me, I still feel the energy a crowd can bring.
Yeah.
You can almost inject it into a team sometimes.
Brilliant. Love that. Fans and kids treat you like influencers and heroes. How conscious are you of the fact, considering it wasn't that long ago that was the person that you used to be?
Yeah, I still don't understand probably how much of an influence you have until you go to like a clinic, I reckon. Like I still feel like a very normal person. I still do the things I want, to be honest with you. Like I don't get recognised, which is great. But for someone like a cripper you would be limited to what you do, I reckon, like even shopping for groceries.
Yeah, he gets the Coles delivery, I think.
Oh, is he?
It's all right. Yeah, he does.
Dustin Martin, Buddy Franklin, all those names spring to mind. Yeah. Interesting though. Yeah, interesting.
I agree with George. I mean, we're very lucky we can still feel like we can live our life still
Yes.
and not get recognised a lot.
Yeah.
But I can't speak on behalf of Cripper or Charlie.
Yeah.
And,
No, I understand
they've
that.
probably got a different experience, but the Coles delivery seems to be working for him, I guess.
Yeah. You're in the rooms after the game and you've gone in, you've done a bit of the debrief with the coach and the song is now sung. You get the chance to chat with your family and your mates. Tell me, are most of your mates or your family, are they all advice givers or moment relators? What's generally the conversation?
That is a good one. I'm going to say after a win, moment relators. After a loss, they're advice givers.
All right.
And then win, lose or draw, I have to have a kick with my little fella because he don't give a shit. So we're just kicking around the change rooms.
How nice is that?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting though, that you're either an advice giver or a moment relator? Oh, you know when that... Well, please, you answer.
Yeah, my family's definitely moment relator. But my friends are all advice givers. Like, the group chat is... Yeah, after every game, just everything about the game, what I could do better, what we could do better, what we did well, like
Oh, I love it.
everything.
Mate, it's brilliant. Kicking the sealer is the ultimate feeling for you as a footballer, representing the jumper. But have you considered the goosebump moment the fans behind the goals feel when they have it sail over their heads? That emotion is a beautiful thing to witness and watch.
Yep. I was on the end of it, the 2016 grand final. Liam Picken kicked one of the sealers, and I actually remember I had another feeling like the ground the ground was shaking through noise.
Wow.
And I even remember, like, we were losing and we're about to lose the grand final. I just remember, like, I will never forget this for the rest of my life. It was, like we're going to lose, but it was a pretty powerful feeling, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my moment, George was there as well, maybe it wasn't as loud as Pickens, but when Blake Acres nearly shaved the post against Melbourne. I mean, that didn't go over everyone's head. Probably should have. But yeah, that was, for me, like that noise just lasted for those last 2 minutes. Like we went back to the centre square bounce. Cripper's telling us what we're doing. I'm just reading his lips. Can't hear him. And then that whole last 2 minutes was just noise.
How's that? Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps, guys. That's brilliant. Just quietly, we don't have to. This doesn't leave the room. How many missed calls or unread texts do you currently have on your phone?
I don't have many. Like, I have a very close network.
Yeah, good.
I just
Okay.
don't. Unfortunately, sorry, Mum. I don't reply to my mum very often, which
Right.
I know I should. But yeah, she
That'll
will
change.
understand. Hopefully.
Yep.
I'll have 0 notifications. Guaranteed. Yeah, I hate notification on my
Yep.
phone.
You don't like the red...
I hate it.
Me too.
Yeah,
All
gotta
right,
get rid of
good.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can always message me or call me and I'll be responding. Or just opening it.
He does. Absolutely. That's brilliant. How much of a competitive beast are you? Like, do you crack the shits if you lose at cards or board games?
I reckon the older I've gotten, the better I've gotten. But I see me little fella. I'm sorry to harp on about him. It's like it's a show
Don't be
about
silly,
him. But
no.
I see him like And we play Uno probably every night, and I have to
nice.
give him the +4 card every time. And when he somehow loses, I'm trying my hardest not to let him lose, and he loses, he just full flips it. And I'm like, fuck, mate, you've had a couple of +4 cards, you should find a way to win.
Yeah. How are you though, as an individual? When you were growing up,
Probably
or
the
even
biggest one that gets me is table tennis still.
Oh, yeah.
Out of any sport, I reckon.
now? Wow.
Yeah.
So you've got a competitive beast nature about you.
Oh,
I mean, you have to be as a footballer.
I wish I had more. I wish I could channel my inner table tennis character, but that's probably the main one.
Yeah, nice. What about you? I just got a feeling here, Adam.
Yeah, I was a sore loser growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
I reckon growing up has helped. I don't bother even playing table tennis anymore. I remember, I think when I recently got married, my wife, when we first started dating, it was about 8 years ago. I probably got that wrong, but we played a game of chess and I lost, and I've never played her in chess ever again. I refuse. So, I'd say I've gotten better, but I try and avoid those games now.
Nice. I hear you. All right. Good. I really like it. Let's get on to some serious stuff now, boys. All right. If that wasn't serious enough, let's go with this. What's best, crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Shit, I love both.
It's a hard one,
I
ain't
swear.
you?
I reckon on toast I'm going smooth with honey on top.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've transitioned recently from smooth to crunchy.
There you
Probably
go.
because of the wife.
Yeah, okay. A bit of texture, I get it. Where do you keep the tomato sauce, in the fridge or the cupboard?
That's funny. Back on the farm it was always... Nah, that's a lie. It's always been pantry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Fridge.
Fridge,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right. Yeah. I'm pantry.
Yeah.
All right. Not that anyone cares, but anyway. Vegemite, fridge or cupboard?
Fridge.
Um,
I'm cupboard, but who's putting it in the fridge?
Some people that like that, you know.
No, we were on the farm. I was fridge, but now I'm covered. Yeah, that's a weird one.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. All right. No argument here. Are you pajamas, boxer shorts, or birthday suit kind of guy when it comes to bedtime?
Summer on birthday suit. Winter I wear pants,
Okay.
loose pants.
Yep.
Yep.
Summer on boxes.
Yep.
Winter, I turn into like an ice cube, and I'm hoodie and pants.
Carlton
Socks,
tracksuit.
Everything. Yeah, everything. Yeah. I had a beanie on last night. Yeah.
Really? In bed?
Yeah, the house is cold.
No way. Full Carlton, what are they called? Hoodies? Hoodies? Full kit. Onesie, that's it. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Do you prefer the aisle or the window seat on a plane?
That's a great one. I'm going to go window.
I'm aisle.
Okay.
Yeah. As I
Fast
said before,
getaway.
we like getting up and down
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
on planes. So
Okay, I'm with you.
it's easy in the aisle.
Yep.
Except the trolley always whacks in the knee.
Oh,
Because a few of our legs don't fit
Yep,
in some
sorry
of the
about-
planes. So
Yeah, sorry about that, Sandy.
I know it's deliberate, but it's all right.
No, that's good. Do you sit in the front or the rear of the bus?
I'm always back. In meetings, everything. I like looking, like having a view of everyone else. I think.
Observational reasons, George, or just
Maybe
like...
just to hide.
It's a bit weird.
Just to hide.
Okay, yeah.
I'm in the middle somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right. And your last one...
Whoever's free, to be honest.
Yeah, right. And your last one for this whole segment, which you'll be glad to know. Favourite month of the year and why?
My birthday's December, but I won't say that. I love January. Like, hot. I just love pre-season around that time. There's not much pressure. Just get fit.
I like that, yeah.
It's probably a random one. I don't know why I said that.
No, that's
but
okay.
that's what came
First
to
thing
me.
that sprung into your mind, I like it.
Mine's similar, probably the end of pre-season.
End
It's
of
like
pre-season.
Feb, March, as we start playing games.
Yeah. Is it the anticipation of what's about to come as well?
I think so, and I think you're
Okay.
sick of just training
Yeah.
like for so long. So
Yeah.
through December, Jan, you're thinking when you're doing your 15k session, you're like, oh, I'd rather just be playing a game right now. So
That's it, chomping at the bit.
When it comes to Feb and March, you do the pracky matches and
Yep.
you get a bit excited for it. So
Brilliant, love it. What do you think? Can you put your hands together for the guys, please?
That's good for footy.
Really wonderful. That was fantastic.
That's good for footy.
All right, here we go, boys. Here comes your questions. As soon as you think you know the answer, buzz in. How many premierships has your club won? Brad.
16.
Well done, mate. You're off the mark. How many times has your team played in the losing grand final? Reg.
CC Carlton, 5.
How many?
5.
5, no. How many do you reckon, Brad?
8.
No, it's actually 13. All right, so there's just one point because you're playing for Brad. Yeah. All right, who is your team's captain?
Brad.
CC Carlton,
Cripper.
Cripps.
Patrick Cripps, that's right. Going to be a little bit quicker, Damo. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Brad.
Brad.
Jagger.
Yes, yeah, Jagger Smith. All right. Closest to within 1,000, how many members does your club currently have? Brad.
98,000.
Oh, mate, 99,281. Well done. Brilliant. All right. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year?
Brad.
8.
7th.
Hang on, you can't.
Sorry.
He's buzzed in. I admire what you're doing, Damo, but it's called cheating. All right.
8.
So, Brad,
7th.
did you say 7th?
Yeah.
No,
Eight.
you'd be wrong.
8.
8th is correct. Can we get a hand of applause? Damo's off the mark. All right. Well done, Damo. All right. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Brad.
11.
11.
No, Damo, you can steal the
Carlton.
points. How many?
12.
So close, 13. Bad luck. All right. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play? Brad.
95, Geelong.
Well done, mate. 1 point for that. How many points did you win that grand final by?
CC Carlton, 63.
No. Brad.
Oh, it was a big margin. 68.
Other way.
65.
61. You don't get two changes, Damo. Geez. All right. You're good at this, I can see. Who was the last Carlton player to win a Norm Smith medal?
Brad. Chris Judd.
CC Carlton, Greg Williams.
Who was the last Carlton player to win a Norm Smith medal?
Greg Williams,
Yes, that's correct.
95.
Well done, mate. Good. 1 point.
Juddy was
All right, that's good. Yeah. He would have won it if he was playing, for sure. I get it. 2 points. How many goals and who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2024?
CC Carlton, Charlie Curnow,
That's correct. And
about 65 roughly.
roughly, it'd either be
Mid-60s.
exactly or not at all. It's Charlie Curnow. You get 1 point, all right? Do you want to have a go at how many goals you think, Brad?
61.
57, all right? So just 1 point to you, Damo, all right?
Thanks.
Now, 3 points. This is for 3 points, guys. So what are we looking at score-wise? 5 versus 3. Yeah, all right, okay. Who was the last Carlton player to win a Brownlow medal? What year and how many votes did they poll?
CC Carlton,
Yes.
Patrick Cripps, 2024. How many votes? You said last Carlton played
Yeah.
That was last year, Patrick
Yeah.
Cripps, 2024.
Yeah.
How many votes?
Yeah.
I think 42. 42 votes.
36 votes.
No.
It was in the 40s, yeah?
I thought it was actually 43, wasn't it?
He broke the record.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, good. All right. Take the 3 points, Damo.
Oh, thank you.
All right. How we're looking. All right. Couple of more questions for you, boys. Out of these 3 players, okay, this is multiple choice. Out of these 3 players, who has played the most games at the Carlton Football Club? I'm going to keep you in suspense because I've got to turn the page.
CC Carlton.
And my fingers aren't wet. They're still not wet. Why can't I turn the page? Yes, please, give us your answer.
Craig Bradley.
Considering I haven't given you the multiple choice question yet, which is not bad, Damo, I like it. Right? Out of these 3 players, I'll do it again, out of these 3 players, who has played the most games at the Carlton Football Club in the history of the club? Is it A, Bruce Jewell? Is it B, Cade Simpson? Or is it C, John Nichols?
Brad. Cade Simpson.
No.
Bruce Jewell.
Bruce Jewell is correct, 356 games. Last question. How are we going? 7 versus 5. Here's your last question, guys. Out of these 3 players, multiple choice again, out of these 3 players, who has kicked the most goals in the history of the Carlton Football Club? Is it A, Brendan Favola, B, Alex Jezelenko, or C, Eddie Betts?
Brad.
CC Carlton.
Brendan Favola.
Brendan Favola is correct, 575 goals he has kicked. Finish up with a total score of 6, but we have a winner, Damo, on 7. All right, well done, champion. Brad, you were brilliant, mate. Well done. Really good. You got in with a lot. You've got an inflatable football and you've also got a kids' football, which I'm pretty sure your son's going to love. All right, he's probably already put his digits on that. right, well done, Brad. But Damo, congratulations. From Hamper World, these guys, all right, they've given us a $100 gift voucher for you to go over to their store to redeem the $100 gift voucher at their store in Brunswick. So you can go over and get your own hamper. All right, that's yours, mate. Congratulations. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. Put the microphone down, Dano, but you can't take that with you. Great to have you on the up on the show, though, boys. Well done.
That's
all
good
right.
for fun.
Yay!
That's good for footy.
All right. So, are you ready, Trace? Ready. Here we go. Here comes your first... Well, I should be asking you if you're ready, George, more than anything, but I'm pretty sure you are. Here comes your first one, mate. Number 46.
Matt Cottrell.
Correct. Number 18.
Number 18, Sam Walsh.
Correct. Number 2.
Number 2 is Lockie Cowan.
Correct. Number 29.
George Hewitt.
Correct. Number 21.
Number 21 is Lucas Camparelli.
Well done. Number 4.
Number 4 is... Wow, I've gone blank. Ollie Hollins.
Well done, mate. Number 24.
Number 24 is Nick Newman.
Correct. Number 6.
Number 6 is Zach Williams.
Correct. Number 12.
Tom DeConning.
Correct. Number 42.
Adam Sard.
Correct. Number 36.
Cooper Lord.
Correct. Number 27.
Mark Pitnet.
Correct. Number 9.
Patrick Cripps.
Correct. Number 8.
Number 8, that is... Fogarty, Fogarty, Fox, my best
There you go.
one.
Lucky Fogarty. 14. Hey, mate, that's a good score. Well done. 14's very good. Very
sorry,
good
Fogs.
indeed. Couple of little mind blanks there. That's all right. We won't ever tell Lockie Fogarty that you didn't know. That's fine. And Ollie, well, you know, just wait. Summer, you're up. Adam, more importantly, you're up. Let's see how you go. 45 seconds on the clock for you, my friend. You've got a score of 14 to beat. Adam just said that's going to be a walk in the park for him, which is great. So let's see how you go, mate.
With their help, I should be 20.
Yeah, well,
Don't give him help.
seems they're pretty keen to shout out the answer. I'd prefer they didn't, but if they do, well. Let's see how we go. Your time starts with your first one now, number 39.
Chincotta,
Yes, Alex Nkola, that's right. Number 33.
Lewis Young,
Correct, number 30.
Charlie Kerner,
Correct, number 19.
Corey Durden,
Correct, number 13.
Blake Acres,
Correct, number 1.
Jack Silvani,
Correct, number 5.
Adam Chera,
Correct, number 16.
Ben Camparelli,
Correct, number 7.
Jagger Smith,
Correct, number 11.
Mitch McGovern,
Correct, number 15.
Sam Doherty,
Correct, number 20.
Elijah Hollins,
Correct, number 32.
Matt Carroll,
Correct, number 3.
Jesse Motlop,
Yes, correct, number 17.
Brody Kemp,
Correct, number 23.
Jacob Wiedering,
Correct, number 14.
Orazio Fantasia,
Correct, number 10.
Harry Mackay,
Correct, number 26. I'll give it to
Harry, we call him Gary, Harry Charleston,
you. For number 26?
or Charlesworth, Charleston, oh, it's 28.
Yeah, Nick Haynes.
26.
All right, total score 18. Whoa! Man, blitzed it. That was brilliant. Hey, Trace, no empty hand here, hun. All right, you've got an inflatable football as well as the other little football. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you, Summer. More importantly, I mean, well done, Adam. So if you want to thank him, you feel free to do so. But what you've done, you've actually scored yourself as well, $100 voucher to go to Hamper World. Oh, look how excited that was. $100 hamper. So you'll be able to go over to Hamper World and get one of those as well. All right? Congratulations and well done. Thanks, Summer.
That's good for
Good on you. Congratulations to I know that one winner. You've just scored yourself a $100 gift certificate from Hamper World. Hamper World have hundreds of hampers available for every occasion. Head down to their showroom, which is located 372 Moreland Road in Brunswick, to choose something special for that someone special. And in that instance, that's you, Summer. So congratulations. All right, what we're going to... Thanks to all of you that came along and supported not just the show, but obviously to come along and witness the boys and have a listen to what they had to say tonight. It was really wonderful to express that. George, first time on the show. Did you have a good time, mate?
I did. It's the first time, and I loved it.
Good.
I actually really enjoyed the questions. It was really nice to speak to you guys, and you're
good.
very welcoming. So thank you.
Good on you, mate. Well said. Very nice. Great to have you along. Adam, would you like to say anything? I know, is this your third time on now?
Yes, I was saying before, I'm very loyal with the show. So
I love that.
Third time on, always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Love getting out and meeting
Yeah,
the
good.
fans. It's very rare we actually get to, in this sort of setting,
Yeah.
sort of integrate with fans. So,
Yeah. I really appreciate it. And when he says that he returns text messages, trust me, he does. Brilliant. I love you for it. Well done. I just wanted to let you know, if you wanted to get along to any of the shows that we've got coming up, you may not necessarily be interested, but you do have other friends. I'm sure you do. You just don't speak to Carlton people, do you? Or maybe you do. But if you do have other friends, you should talk to them and tell them about the show, because if they'd like to come along, our next show is on May the 28th. We're heading down to the Frankston RSL. You're going to love it. We're doing a Hawthorn show with John Newcomb and James Warple. Then on June the 4th, we're back here at the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. For guess what? You're all going to come to this, I know. It's a Collingwood show with Bro McCreary and Will Hoskin-Elliott. Will Hoskin-Elliott doesn't do normal media either, which is great to have him come along. And then on June the 11th, we're heading to the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill, where we're doing an Essendon night with Nate Caddy and Isaac Kako. All right. So remember, when you're purchasing your tickets, you can only do it through the That's Good Footy website, which is www.that'sgoodfooty.com.au/tickets. Please say thank you to the lovely Sam and the lovely Sandy. Could you please put your hands together for them? Can't do the show without them. Great to have their involvement. I've told you, if you want to know more about the shows, get onto the Facebook page, get onto Instagram, maybe even check it out on TikTok. I don't know, go anywhere social media is. You might be able to find something that we do. If you've enjoyed yourself, go and like the page as well, and then tell somebody else about it, especially you, Damo.
Can you tell the Hawthorn players to stop diving?
I might do that when Carlton people stop accepting brown paper bags. How's that? Come on. You know, please, mate. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you very much to all of you for coming along this evening. I'm glad you've had a good time. If you haven't, don't tell anyone, because no one likes to whinge, all right? But if you've had a good time, go tell everyone. And lastly, all I wanted to say is, could you please, I love that you're already upstanding. This is beautiful. Put your hands together for Adam Shearer and George Hewitt. Wonderful ambassadors of the Carlton Football Club. We hope you've had a good time. We hope to see you again real soon. My name's Damien. We'll see you maybe who knows when at the next That's Good Footy panel show. Saturday. I won't be there, but you will. Thank you and good night. Cheers, everyone.
This is what you pray for. Every night and every day for you give it all, and you get more. That's good for footy. Oh, you give more. That's good for footy. Oh, that's good for footy.